Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where we're finishing off Superman 180 with the third and final story, The Men on Fire, which sounds a lot cooler than it actually is. Now, Superman 80 started off pretty strong with Superman's older brother, and then the sounds of Metropolis in this story aren't particularly very good. It is better than the sounds of Metropolis, which was so forgettable that I could barely remember what I was talking about while talking about it. This one I remember better. It's just, well, being better than the sound of Metropolis or the sounds of Metropolis isn't saying much. It's still a fairly weak and below average Superman story. It's kind of reminiscent of It, a story I kind of liked that involved a crazy being from another world. This one involves like a volcano erupting and three fire beings that are shaped humanoid-like, gaining their freedom from this eruption and running around causing problems. The problems being existing because essentially everywhere they're running around catches on fire. So the story essentially is Superman having to stop the fires and stopping whatever they're doing, which is just them panicking throughout the city. And my usual complaint of a lot of Superman stories is, well, they want action in the story, and then they'll just have Superman do like three separate things, and the action isn't particularly very memorable, and it feels like it's going through the motions. The problem with Superman putting out these fires is there's nothing that really separates all three of these action scenes. Like, they're in a different location, and maybe he stops it slightly differently, but they're not particularly unique from each other. It just feels like he's doing the same thing over and over again with, say, like a Mad Lib where you change the noun of how he stopped the fire or where they were. They aren't particularly very interesting. And that continues because, well, like with It, the being children, these are also children. They're just panicking around the city, and there's an interesting story to tell about trying to save some beings that you can't really communicate with, and they're panicking and us misunderstanding them. But the story isn't particularly interested in telling that. It has to spend so much time with Superman taking out fires that there isn't much of a story. So when Superman figures that out, he just kind of like ignites his costume on fire, so they think he's one of them, and then leads them back down and closes the opening. Done. So there isn't much to say, or even like any sort of consequences or threat to anyone, including the creatures who could have been very hurt if someone had tried to take them out with water and thought they were, a massive threat to the world on purpose. But no, we don't go down there. We just have Superman stop fires until he finally figures out what to do. And I'm just asking for a little more effort put into the story. Okay, that is it from Superman 80, which has mercifully ended with Men of Fire. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notifications when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday, but Friday is Bat Friday, where I cover a Batman story in either Detective Comics or Batman. And until next time, let's ponder the question, whatever did happen to the Man of Tomorrow? And if the children were human-sized, how big were the adult fire people? Okay, have a great day.